Jotaro Kujo, the strongest of the Stardust Crusaders, versus Diavolo, the unquestionable leader of Passione, two time-controlling stand users who never got to meet each other. But what if they did and were forced to fight each other? What would happen and who would win? Well, today I'll tell you how I think it would go down. If you like the video, subscribe for more videos on WhatTheiF. But that's enough of an intro, let's start the video. Jotaro Kujo, having heard about an arrow that can give a stand user new, almost unstoppable abilities, finds himself in Rome. Jotaro fears what problems someone could cause with this weapon and plans to take the arrow and lock it away where no one, including himself, will be able to take advantage of its power. As he finds his way to the Colosseum where an unknown man has asked to meet so he can exchange the arrow, Jotaro feels eyes watching his every move. He tries to see if anyone is following him, but only notices the city moving past indifferent of him. So, he sneaks into the restricted area of the Colosseum to handle his business. A familiar voice calls out and Jotaro is shocked when he turns around. "Long time no see," WhatTheiF says with a smile. Jotaro is still confused from seeing his old friend after so many years, but keeps his cool, asking, "What the hell are you doing in Rome, WhatTheiF?" WhatTheiF starts to explain the last few years, how he found the arrow but was confronted by the boss of Passione, who has been keeping him from leaving Italy. WhatTheiF continues that the boss tried to kill him for the arrow, but he was barely able to escape with it, and he's been looking for Jotaro ever since. Jotaro apologizes for not being able to help sooner, wishing they could have fought the boss together. "It's not your fault, Jotaro. You're here now, and we can catch up later. We just need to get out of here before another assassin comes after me." Jotaro agrees, and as the two friends head out, they are interrupted by a strange feeling. Jotaro instinctively freezes time, noticing he and WhatTheiF have moved to a different place than they were standing seconds ago. He also sees a stand about to attack WhatTheiF from behind. As quickly as he can, Jotaro grabs WhatTheiF and moves him to safety as time returns to normal. The boss, Diavolo, is now the one confused. "How could they have avoided my stand, King Crimson? Fate showed me killing WhatTheiF. There should have been no way to avoid it." Jotaro tells WhatTheiF to get away as fast as he can, as Star Platinum and King Crimson stand face to face. Jotaro goes to unleash a barrage of punches, but King Crimson erases the time and heads behind him to unleash a finishing blow. Star Platinum is fast enough to change direction and block the attack. Both men can feel the strength of their enemy and try to understand the other's ability. Diavolo's stand shows him the future of Jotaro connecting several attacks on his stand, so he chooses to erase the time, but Jotaro never moves. Then, out of nowhere, he feels the attacks land. Jotaro calls out as he lands every punch. Diavolo is able to block a few of the attacks, so he isn't beaten, but he is amazed at Jotaro's strength, and again wonders how he could land an attack that King Crimson couldn't stop. He guesses it has to do with time manipulation. As King Crimson gets separation between them, Jotaro keeps trying to attack, knowing he won't be able to keep stopping time for long. Diavolo thinks he will have to guess when Jotaro will use Star Platinum's power and erase the time just before he activates it. It must also have a cooldown, so he won't be able to use it after I skip it. Diavolo waits for his chance and skips time at the perfect moment, right before Jotaro can stop time, and ends 10 seconds later. With Diavolo about to land a chop to Jotaro's neck, Jotaro knows he can't stop the attack. Star Platinum still tries, and takes the hit for him. Star Platinum is strong enough to survive, but Jotaro is knocked to the ground. Jotaro looks at Diavolo, confident that he's figured out his stand ability. Jotaro tells Diavolo he must be skipping ahead a few seconds, or changing what happens in those few seconds. A powerful ability, but still won't be enough to stop him and Star Platinum. Jotaro asks Diavolo if he's figured out his ability yet, and Diavolo smiles. "You seem to be stopping time completely, and you're even able to freely attack in the frozen time." Jotaro admits he's right, telling him, "If you agree to leave me and my friends alone, we can both walk away." Diavolo thinks about Jotaro's offer, saying he'll only agree if he gets to keep the arrow. But Jotaro refuses, saying, "I don't want the arrow, but I don't trust you with it, and with your power increased by the arrow, you truly would be unstoppable." Diavolo, now furious and tired of talking, again skips time forward and uses his favorite dirty trick, throwing his blood in Jotaro's eyes, trying to blind him. As he readies himself behind Jotaro and lands a huge strike that injures Jotaro, Diavolo is confident he once again skipped over Jotaro's chance to freeze time. He readies himself for the final blow, but Jotaro, understanding Diavolo's plan and knowing he would only have one opening after King Crimson's attack, he stops time with Diavolo was defenseless. Still unable to see, Jotaro sends his stand out and pummels Diavolo. Then, as time unfreezes, he continues the attack even longer, rendering Diavolo unable to move and beaten but still breathing. Jotaro wipes the blood from his eyes and can see that the fight is over and calls Polnareff from down the hallway. Polnareff is amazed, but tells Jotaro he had a feeling he would be able to handle this. Polnareff tosses the arrow to Jotaro and asks if he could finish off Diavolo. Sure, Jotaro tells him. Just make it quick, I'm gonna need a doctor soon. Polnareff, happy to finally get his revenge, dices Diavolo with his silver chariot from his wheelchair. With Diavolo beaten and the arrow in Jotaro's possession, they both head out and catch up with each other, while Jotaro gets patched up from the battle with Diavolo. Thank you for watching the video, I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please go ahead and drop a like, it really helps out the channel, and maybe subscribe if you want to see any other videos I post. It'll really help my channel grow, but I'll talk to you later.